And welcome back to my porch. Here in Louisville, Kentucky, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Taking off my gloves, getting ready to go in and clean up, change my caregiving shirt. Been an interesting night. My father's 92 years old with Alzheimer's and dementia, dual. I gotta come out here on my porch to smoke, have my coffee. I've been dealing with sundowning since about 4:30 this afternoon. Sundowning is like the full moon thing. You know, when people say that the werewolf comes out, people change or act odd. It's true, especially with Alzheimer's and dementia. It's all under the same umbrella. But sundowning is a condition, or I don't know, it's called a condition. But what happens is they become delusional. They can become delusional, paranoid, confrontational, totally confused, argumentative, hallucinate. And that can last hours. In my case, it lasted, well, like I said, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm finally done with them, got him into bed to stay in bed. And I couldn't just put him in bed because he was in that mode where he wouldn't eat or drink because I was trying to poison him. And then 3 minutes later asked me for something to eat or something to drink, bring it out. Oh, you're trying to poison me. You have to get through all that. It could take hours to get them back on track. Wait for it to subside, the sundowning. It's not necessarily when the sun goes down. It can happen in the afternoon. They also have something called sun rising, where they have the same situation, but in the morning. But personally, I think the sun rising has more to do with hydration or dehydration than anything else. But sundowning can happen in the afternoon, and then it can happen any time at night, but it generally happens when the sun is nearly getting ready to go down. Some people it happens at midnight. So I've had this long night of dealing with my father, and finally got him to bed, finally got him to drink, finally got him to eat. Had to deal with the constant call my name every 5 minutes. I say every 5 minutes, I mean it could be every minute and a half. You could ask me for something, I walk into the kitchen, and before I even begin to do whatever he wanted, he's calling me again. Oh, that makes for a long night. And I'm tired. And I got a caregiver coming, or a senior helper coming at 9 a.m. Thankfully, I just got my dad to drink enough Pedialyte that I hope that I'll give him more an hour before the caregiver comes, or the senior helper. Hopefully, he'll be all right there. I'm taking his catheter back too. Stained shirt. Long night. But that's what we have to do as family caregivers. Now, part of the problem I think, is that my apartment complex, we lived in for 40 years, not in the same unit. We lived in a townhouse for almost 30. And the other apartment we lived in 13 years. They forced us, basically strong-armed us, forced us, gave us an offer we couldn't refuse. Moved it to a different apartment, which isn't as safe, doesn't have carpeting, doesn't have, it's a whole different layout, you know. My dad's environment changed. I had him stable and safe. Everything was great. Everything was safe in that house. Grab bars up and carpeting, everything he knew. So we moved into the new apartment. Everything changed. It's reversed. Even though I tried to put everything back exactly where it was, it's reversed of what it was. This was the only apartment I could get of the same layout that didn't have a lot of steps going up to it and all this other stuff. Had to be on the bottom floor, ground level, with easy access for, in case I need to call EMS, or if I need to take him out to the car in a wheelchair or something. So they knew he had Alzheimer's, or they should have known. They don't care. They uprooted a lot of people because they wanted to renovate apartments to make them into this new style design. And I've said this before, but structural design, it wasn't a structural, oh, this, we need to do this for health and safety or whatever. It's structural in design. Put in barn doors inside to cover the master bathroom. Pointless. But that changed my dad's environment. And to this day, all day was, when are we going home? Are we in this apartment? Are we in a hotel room? When are we going back home? Why are we here? Where are we? It's been a long night. But that's what I'm doing tonight. That's another thing, caregiving. Sundowning can last 12 hours. And you can't just put them to bed because they need to eat, they need to drink. At least they need to drink and take their medications or whatever else. And when they're refusing to do so because you're trying to poison them, they won't go to bed because that person sitting over there is bothering them. Won't shut up. Nobody over there. These are the hard days. These are the hard days for both of us. But that's what caregivers do, family caregivers do. We're sort of trapped in these cycle. We really have no choice. So I'm here at 5 in the morning. And I'm going to go take a shower now that my dad's in bed. And I know he's asleep. And I can safely take a shower and not worry about him trying to get up and wander around. And I got somebody coming 9 o'clock in the morning, senior helper. So I got to get my dad his medications and some hydration at 8 o'clock before she gets there. It's going to be an interesting night. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you again at another time.